Chiefs Kingdom. Something huge just happened behind the scenes, and almost no one saw it coming. The front office is making bold moves that could shape our entire season. Are we looking at the next breakout star? Stick around and don't miss. A second, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now to stay ahead of every surprise move on KC Chiefs Central. Chiefs Kingdom, listen up. There's a move flying under the radar right now, but trust me, it might be one of the smartest decisions this front office has made all offseason. While everyone's eyes have been on the big names and splashy free agent signings, Kansas City has quietly brought back a player with serious untapped potential, Marlon Tuipulotu. Now, I know some fans might be asking, who? But stay with me, because this move could have a big impact. Marlon Tuipulotu is a 25-year-old defensive tackle who originally entered the league with the Philadelphia Eagles. He spent most of last season right here with the Chiefs, though you might not have noticed. He only appeared in 2 games, but clearly the coaching staff and front office saw something special, because now they've signed him to a fresh new deal. So, why does this matter? Let's break it down. The Chiefs' defensive line has seen a few key departures this offseason. Players like Derek Nady and Tershawn Wharton are no longer on the roster, leaving the depth behind Chris Jones thinner than usual. And while the Chiefs will likely add more talent through the draft or late free agency, Tuipulotu now has a golden opportunity to step up and claim a real role. At 6'2" and 307 pounds, Tuipulotu brings versatility. He's not a traditional nose tackle, but he's played all across the defensive line, lining up in the B gap, over the tackles, and even in the A gap. This fits perfectly with Steve Spagnuolo's defensive style, which loves to move guys around and create mismatches. But here's where it gets interesting. According to Pro Football Focus, Tuipulotu has only missed 3 tackles in his career. That shows reliability, a trait the Chiefs value highly. He's recorded 21 key defensive stops, and while he hasn't had a ton of opportunities as a pass rusher, he's shown flashes of pressure potential. The challenge? He needs to improve his consistency against the run. That's been his weakest area. But if he can elevate that part of his game, Marlon Tuipulotu might not just make the final 53-man roster. He could become a crucial part of the rotation when the season kicks off. Man, I gotta say, this move by the Chiefs really shows why our front office stays one step ahead. Bringing back Marlon Tuipulotu might not have made headlines, but honestly, it's exactly the kind of under-the-radar decision that makes all the difference during a long, tough season. Look, we've all seen how crucial depth is, especially on the defensive line. Last year, it felt like every other week we were dealing with injuries or rotations. And when it comes to the trenches, you can't rely solely on the big names like Chris Jones. You need solid, hungry guys ready to step up when their number's called. That's why I'm actually excited about Tuipulotu sticking around. This guy has quietly put in the work. He might not have had a big role last season, but the coaching staff clearly saw enough to give him another shot. That tells me they trust his potential. And when Spags believes in a defensive lineman, you know there's something there. Tuipulotu's ability to move across the line and play multiple gaps is a huge asset. In today's NFL, versatility is everything. Offenses are always trying to exploit mismatches, so having a guy who can line up inside or outside gives us options. Think about it. A young, motivated player, familiar with the system, with everything to prove. The kind of underdog story Chiefs Kingdom loves to rally behind. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Marlon Tuipulotu can step up and solidify a spot on this stacked defensive line? Or should the Chiefs still look elsewhere for depth? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to KC Chiefs Central for all the latest updates as we gear up for another Super Bowl run.